Hi everybody, this is TheHande back in, and this is Zelda 2, Adventure of Link. Yeah, we're doing more Zelda, and this is gonna be a little one-off of me playing Zelda 2, the, what is considered canonically the worst Zelda game. Okay, and I have an old game here. Yep, I'm gonna eliminate it first. Yep. All right. So in my ongoing Let's Play, I'm called Little Dick. So I thought here I would use. Oh wait, can I not make a space? Okay. So I'm gonna be Big Dick for the for this because this is an adult Link at the very least, so it makes sense. Here we go. Let's get started. Big Dick. Yeah. So this is a notoriously hated entry in the Zelda series. Yeah, because they tried to make it into an RPG, and this was in the very early days of the franchise anyway. So I kind of get what they wanted to do something different. This game is I mean, the real problem really for me, it's not the gameplay. I kind of low-key want to like this, kind of champion it a little bit because, because it's the only Zelda game from this period that is like this. I mean, technically, I guess you could say is this just magic? Yeah. I mean, technically, you could say, of course, that the CDI Zeldas were also a little bit like that, of which I actually do have one of them. I have Wand of Gamelon. Yeah. Alright. So what do I want to be? Oh, I don't get a choice. It's just automatically the... So I get more life. Yeah, and I kind of would like to champion this a little bit, but yeah, it is, I've only ever beaten the first two dungeons from this. And it is a hard game to get into, because the challenge rises like so quickly after the first two temples. So this town is called Welcome to Rauru. Yeah. So yeah. Well, this is something that I think a lot of Zelda fans already know, that the sages are named after people from this. Return the crystal to the palace in Parappa, I think it is. This is not the arrow guy, is it? Yeah, he's in the other town. If all else fails, use fire. Oh, well, there's a guy who just wants to see the world burn. There's the hooker, but I don't want to go see her because I'm in full health. Where is the? I need to find the wizard. Oh wait, is this the lady that I have to talk to? Yep. Talk with my father before you leave town. Yeah. I'm trying to remember where I get the lantern, but yeah, there's all these wizards who give you magic spells. In Parappa, this desert, use this magic to survive. Yeah. Shield. Yeah, I think that just turns you red, and then you can take more hits. Yeah. Okay, I have to press start. Yeah, so, yeah, because, I've been thinking about, I wanted to do... What I really wanted to do, of course, is the Zelda 1 one-off to show it off a little bit, but I couldn't do that, so I guess I'll be doing this then. It's kind of funny, this is very, very much like, a little bit like Simon's Quest, I guess. I was actually trying to get on the path. Yeah, the lag is, hurting me a little bit. But I do like, this is an old thing that I like, and, oh, there's the cave. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I hate, this desert part sucks because, you don't get any XP from these things. You can block them with your shield. Yeah, no, this is just a dark cave. Okay, I guess we'll just go to the Yeah, so if they get you on the map, it just sends you here. Yeah, so they were really going on a more like a RPG style thing with this, which is kind of ridiculous, yeah. And which is incidentally also the reason why I don't really like the new Zeldas. Like, I am not a fan of Breath of the Wild or Tears of the Kingdom, and they already started some of that nonsense with the with your like gear braking in Skyward Sword. I hated that game mechanic, and also Link like getting winded from running around. Yeah, I think there is a fairy up there. There's these acid bubbles. You know what I didn't think about was that while playing this, I'm gonna have to do like platforming. Well, technically there were sort of side angle parts also in. Oh God. Okay, now there's. Okay, no, wait. Where is it? Okay, I don't know what the. Oh, I got more. I got full life, and then immediately lost it. I don't need the magic yet because I haven't got. Well, because I haven't even used the spells yet, and now I gotta make my way back. Yeah, but one thing I love about this game is that the music is awesome, and it's very unique. Like I don't know what they did with the sound chip, that it has this weird kind of warbly sound. There's no other NES game that sounds like this. And that's like one of the things that I like about it. Me and my brother-in-law, we like to do those guess the game based on the song quizzes that you get on YouTube. And there's literally no other, like some game companies' music, like I kind of always assume that I can always tell a Capcom or a Konami, well, Konami specifically, because Konami has like a very specific drum sound that they use in their games. But I've come to discover actually that a lot of Sunsoft games also use that. I gotta wonder like if there are some of the same composers that maybe worked at Sunsoft or whatever. But this game's sound is completely unique. There's no other Nintendo game that sounds like this. Okay, there's the Stalfos too. I think this Stalfos luckily isn't smart enough to stop before before hitting me up. Yeah, man, I'm really kind of wishing that I had some health now, though. This is kind of unfortunate, like right now. Yeah, so I do have a soft spot for this game a little bit, but I also, I'm not gonna defend it too much because, like I said, I've only ever been in the first two dungeons or first two temples in this. It gets very difficult. The only thing, yeah. So, and I also hate that they don't use the music from this for anything. Like, the only exception, I think. Okay, can I not thrust downward? It does feel like I can't. Yeah. The thing I love about that, when you have the full health and you throw then your sword shoots bolts. The thing I love about that is because, of course, that reminds me of the Zelda cartoon, which, yeah, I absolutely love. Yeah. One of the just peak cartoon nonsense, and oh no. Okay, I haven't died yet, so if I die now, it's not a big deal. Yes, okay. Huh, okay. There's two elevators that I've passed already. Okay, good. Well, that came in clutch. Yeah. Huh. Do I want to go back to I better go back to the first elevator and check that out. Yeah, but I absolutely love the DIC Zelda cartoon. One of my favorites, and it's actually, we had a little bit of a discussion about this with my sister Minna, because she was asking we're talking about the favorite designs for Zelda and least favorite designs for Zelda. And she brought up what Zelda looks like in the official art for the first two games, and yeah, but that's the thing with old game series, when they start out. So yeah, Zelda does not look super hot in the in the original designs, but I don't mind it. But my favorite design for Zelda, again, completely unironically, oh, here's the meat monster. I know it's supposed probably maces that he's throwing, but they look like some kind of like chunks of meat to me. Oh my god, you ass. Yeah, but I absolutely love her design in the DIC Zelda cartoon. Like, the riding pants really just do it for me. I absolutely love it. Oh, and Dark Knot! Okay. Low-key, always been my favorite. I love the episode. Well, I love the... when it... The Dark Knot, like, appears, like, once randomly in the cartoon. It was in the... was it in the... No, not in the Underworld Connections. That sinking feeling. I think it was, yeah. He kind of, like, just, you know... Jesus. And, of course, my sword is the only thing that hasn't leveled up yet. Alright. Man, I'm almost dead. Oh no, I need a key! Okay. I did all this for nothing. Okay. I gotta take care of that. I gotta kill... I only... No. These guys only gave me 2 XP. Alright, now I died. This is the Wii version again, and they've... I think already for this Wii version, they modded it so that it doesn't flash when you get the death game over. Jesus. Alright. Okay, I shouldn't have come here. I should have gone up the path, maybe? Yeah, Jesus. Okay, that was dumb. Yeah. And, you know, we both are also agreed that we both really like Tetra's design from Wind Waker, but when she gets the princess dress, that's where I don't like that, because she looks like she also gets makeup all of a sudden when that happens. Yeah, okay, the fairy's only one use, and she looks like, I mean, there's no way about it. She looks like a hooker, so that's a really unfortunate, just a really unfortunate like decision, you know, design choice there. No, it's a meat monster. Oh, another key. Damn it, my sword really needs to level up. Why did it skip the sword level up? Okay, I was drinking water. I shouldn't have. I forgot that these guys just keep on coming, and they don't give me XP. What the hell is this garbage? I'm actually wondering what these guys are supposed to be. They're not Gorias. I don't remember another Zelda creature that looks like this. Because, you know, even like in Ocarina of Time, they, they just recycled these guys. I think I told the story somewhere. I don't remember where exactly, but Nintendo's original intent, actually, when they were making Ocarina of Time, they originally were planning on just making a straight remake of this for N64. But then they changed their mind. I think there's like some old render of that has actually survived. Oh no! Oh, I forgot. The bubbles eat your magic. Okay, I'll get the shield already because the meat monster's gonna show up also. Nope, they're dead. Okay, I wasted all that magic. Okay, now I have the... Yep. Oh, I just had to pick it up. The swords I have to use my... The keys I have to use my sword for, but the fucking candle I can just pick up. Makes a lot of goddamn sense. Yeah. Yeah, so in the Wand of Gamelon, the reason I kind of would want to show off that is that game actually isn't that bad. I mean, it's not great, but it's actually, like, super easy when you know what you're supposed to be doing in it. Okay, I guess we're just heading for the boss fight now. So don't get me wrong, I like the gameplay of this. But yeah, once we hit the... when we're after the second dungeon, you start heading up. Okay, now I need the shield. Come on. Yeah, that's when the game's, like, the fun factor dies definitely in this. Oh my lord. Alright. Oh no, yeah, it sends me all the way back here. Okay, but my progress is at least saved. Hey, I have the candle too, right, so... Oh. Yeah, so I can actually go in that cave now. And, you know, I ran straight into that guy. That was my fault. There's no defense for that. But I gotta get what the thing is. It's like a statue or something. Oh, an Octoroks! Yay! I love Octoroks. They looked really nasty in the Zelda cartoon, though, because they didn't have the sucker face. They had like a human face. That was really creepy. Yeah, I enjoyed that, and I also loved when Link of Zelda came back in the second season of Captain N. That was a lot of fun. I was thinking about using the shield magic. I realized like it doesn't matter because if I die now, like I'm just gonna end up at the entrance of the cave. So screw this guy. Fuck right off. I don't give a shit about your nonsense now. Oh sweet, I avoided them. Yeah, you can outrun them, which is kind of funny to me. Moblins. I did think the Moblins were really cute in the Zelda cartoon, though. They just kind of like miserable henchmen, basically. It's such a good cartoon. I love it. It's a shame that people don't seem to like recall it very like, you know, fondly anymore. But like, it used the soundtrack from this. It used the sound effects from this. I always get the warm fuzzies when I watch it. It's such a great show. Yeah, and, okay, the Pokemon episode should have come out already, so, oh no! Yeah, well, okay, it's only my first life. But, yeah, the Pokemon episode should have come out already, so, again, I'm in the middle of grinding to get my Pokemons up to a higher level. I'm trying to figure out right now where's the best place to go grind is. And especially because... Okay, the magic bolts didn't hurt him. That's fucking weird. Yeah, the Stalfos were creepy as hell in the in Ocarina of Time. They were these like giant dudes. Again, it would be nice if my sword had upgraded, but no. All right, and still didn't get the level up, but luckily, like, okay, I can cheese this guy. Finally! Jesus. I really would have needed that earlier. This guy is basically just the Zelda version of the Hammer Brother, essentially. I just kind of realized. Actually, yeah, he almost has, like, the same movement pattern and everything. Yeah. Yeah, so the music on this, the only Smash Brothers, I think, has ever... Oh my god, another one! Okay, now it's the boss, yeah. I see the drapes. The horse head, or whatever it is. Yeah, okay, the bosses from this are not super memorable. I think the only one that has survived into later games... Well, they have the dragon, so Volvagia is, I think, you know, based off of that guy. And then there's another knight guy who I think is the Iron Knuckle. But technically the Iron Knuckle was, you know, was just a regular enemy. It's like a harder version of the Dark Knot from the first game. Oh my god. But you know what? That is something I do like. The fact that the boss has a health meter. Oh no. Alright. Here we go again. Yeah, my timing might be a bit off. It might also be the the capture, you know, lag, but I don't know. I was kind of doing a bad... I feel like I was doing a bit of a bad job there. Yeah. And also, like, you know, I talked about, I talked about Sprite in the Majora's Mask episode, but I also really just like King Harkinian. I think he's my favorite King character from any Zelda thing, because he's just so silly. I feel bad. You always feel bad for him. And also, you know, of course, he has a pretty big role in Sing for the Unicorn, which is, actually, come to think of it, that's the origins of my boy. Like, you know, the CDI Zelda, you know, is famous for the my boy clip, but actually Harkinian beat them to the punch. I mean, I guess it's not a... Oh god, it's not like a coincidence or anything, because the CDI Zelda's, like, voice acting, like, was modeled, you know, pretty directly after the cartoon show. Man, it is looking pretty badly because we're pretty far into the episode, and we're still on the first temple. I'm beginning to think like we might not be. I was thinking like I was just gonna kind of sleepwalk my way through this first dungeon. Oh my god, how is this Stalfos getting me? So I was thinking like, you know, lol, I'm gonna play a little Zelda 2, and that I was gonna just, you know, easily get past the, you know, first 2 dungeons and whatever, but apparently not. Apparently not. I got up to the boss, but I'm doing a horrible job, you know, with the rest of the enemies. Yeah, because this, you know, this dungeon theme, especially, this is my fucking jam. And I kind of like the, you know, the intro theme too. Okay, yeah, definitely the sword sound more powerful. I took him out a lot faster that time. I wish I was doing a better job. Come on. Yeah, another favorite episode of mine from the Zelda cartoon, Kiss and Tell, yes, which is the one where Link turns into a frog. Because I love the finale of that, because that, you know, Sprite basically saves the day by kissing Link and turning him back into a human. Which is funny because, you know, she's afraid of him at first because he's a frog and he keeps eating, like, flies and stuff. But I love there's the Gipdo that's disguised to, you know, who curses Link at the start. God damn it. And yeah, you know, and what a comely disguise it is. Oh my lord. How did that... Man, I did so well that one time. How come that went so badly? Jesus Christ. Am I gonna make one more run to this? Yeah, so I like that episode. And you know, sometimes like there were just some silly things like, you know, Stinging the Stinger is like, you know, a bad episode, but it's a really funny one because it has that immortal line where the Triforce tells them to use natural devices to stop Ganon, and Zelda goes like bugs and stuff? Yeah, bugs. Yeah, that's the thing. That's the and bugs and stuff episode, and it's a really stupid. You know, it is dumb. It is a bit like, you know, oh come on, like, you know, I thought I would get some extra XP and maybe get a leg up on these guys, but nope, that was a poor call. Oh yeah, and the Doppelganger episode. Yeah, that one. With Evil Zelda. that one's another goodie. I also really love the White Knight episode. There's something like very, very endearing about Link, and you know how about his self-confidence getting like shot by you know, Prince Facade. Yeah. Okay, this is gonna be the last run to the boss. If I don't like beat him now, then, you know, we're gonna call it. Like, this was gonna be a one-off anyway. Like, I'm not gonna, you know, spend time here trying to beat Zelda 2. Okay, got past that. And now time to die to the boss. Damn. I had the shield magic and everything, it didn't do a damn difference. No! It's down to 1 health. Damn it. That fucking sucks. Jesus H. Christ. No! Jesus H. fucking Christ. How was that so goddamn hard? All I had to do was hit him on the fucking head. I gotta be ready, there might be enemies still. No, thank God. That went on for way longer than it should have. All right. Okay. But that does it for Zelda 2. Yeah. And I hope you enjoyed watching me suffer through it. I'm Hunter the Hunter Mechanist. See you on the next one. Bye-bye.